Ever wondered how to navigate the delicate waltz of cultural sensitivity when in Japan? Well, today we're tackling that very subject, diving into 5 topics that you might want to sidestep when chatting with locals. First up, the Second World War, a significant chapter in global history. This topic may seem like mere historical interest for many, but tread lightly when discussing it with a Japanese audience. The Japanese perspective on this period is colored by their unique cultural and societal nuances, and can differ quite significantly from the westernized accounts. For instance, in Japan, the war is often viewed as a defensive struggle against Western imperialism, rather than an aggressive act of conquest. Furthermore, the narrative taught in Japanese schools tends to emphasize the horrific aftermath of atomic bombings on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which is often glossed over in Western textbooks. It's an embodiment of their philosophy of peace and a reminder of the devastating effects of war. So unless you're equipped with a deep understanding of these cultural subtleties and are prepared for potential lively discussions, it's best to steer clear of this topic. Coming up next, we delve into the realm of politics. In many parts of the world, politics might be a hot topic, a daily debate over the dinner table. However, in Japan, it's a different story altogether. Especially among the younger demographic, there's a noticeable lack of political involvement. This disengagement isn't born out of apathy, but a reflection of their culture's preference for harmony and non-confrontation. In the Japanese society, there's a greater emphasis on maintaining harmony, which tends to discourage heated political debates. The political landscape in Japan is complex, with a history of long-standing dominance by one party, making it less of a tug-of-war compared to Western democracies and therefore less exciting as a topic of discussion. So if you wish to maintain the flow of your conversation and dodge the awkward silence, it might be a good idea to shelve your political punditry for another time. Thirdly, we're venturing into a sacred space, the famous Yasukuni Shrine. Located in Tokyo, this shrine is a symbol of deep cultural resonance. It is a place where the Japanese pay their respects to those who sacrificed their lives for the nation. The Yasukuni Shrine plays an integral role in Japanese society, a point of convergence for the spiritual and the historical. It's essentially a memorial, housing the remains of Japanese war heroes, along with some contentious figures from the country's wartime era. Beyond its function as a memorial, Yasukuni Shrine also holds immense cultural significance as it reflects a profound aspect of Japanese Shinto practices. While it is a subject of controversy, due to the inclusion of certain figures, its significance in Japanese spirituality and patriotism cannot be overlooked. Without a deep understanding of East Asian relations and the intricacies of Japanese history, one might find it challenging to fully comprehend its context, so caution is advised. Now, let's dive into the depths of the ocean and explore the topic of whales, or more specifically, the practice of whaling. Whaling has traditionally been a contentious issue, often sparking debates in the Western world. Japan, however, has carried on its own whaling traditions for centuries, with deep cultural and ethical reasons. Whaling has been to Japanese communities for its historic value, for survival, and for religious ceremonies. The practice is deeply rooted in their way of life, making it a symbol of cultural heritage. Moreover, they also consider it as an ethical means of ensuring the survival of their communities. So, unless you're prepared for a deep dive into the cross-cultural debate, we might want to let these traditional waves recede back to the sea from where they came. Lastly, in Japanese culture, personal matters such as salary or job details are regarded as sensitive topics, and are usually considered a bit of a faux pas, especially upon first meeting. This culture is deeply rooted in their values of respect for personal space and individual privacy. Japanese tend to see these questions as too direct or intrusive, which might result in discomfort or a perceived lack of respect. This cultural norm is associated with high-context communication style, where more is implied rather than explicitly stated. So unless you're interviewing someone for a job, it might be more proper and welcome to stick to talking about more neutral topics like the weather or the latest sumo match. So, to round up while you're enjoying the stunning cherry blossoms or slurping up some delicious ramen, remember to steer clear of these 5 topics: the Second World War, politics, the Yasukuni Shrine, whaling, and personal matters. Navigating cultural sensitivities might seem like a tricky dance, but with a little awareness and respect, you'll be waltzing through your Japanese conversations with ease. And remember, these are general guidelines. Every person is unique and may have different comfort levels when it comes to these subjects, so always approach with caution and respect. Happy chatting! If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel.